ESPN Las Vegas and ESPN Reno.
This hour is brought to you by Battleborn Injury Lawyers, 766-1400. The number to call for anywhere in the state of Nevada. Alex is here. Griffin is here. It's Cofield. We're going to talk to Judge Dan, get a little Broncos feel, and some of the legal side of this wacko story, all these allegations about, I don't know what's going on at FS1, a giant orgy. So we'll get to that in about a half an hour. Very sobering from one Adam Hill on the stitch right now, which is very much in limbo with Antonio Pierce in the future of the Raiders. Is he the coach? Is he not the coach? Which assistants are staying going? Who's running the organization? We don't even know that. Mark Davis, then Tom Telesco, but there's going to be someone else in the fold. Will it be Tom Brady down the road? And, you know, yesterday was kind of another gut punch. And Alex, while it's fun to, I guess, play up the rivalries that the Raiders are involved in with we won't even mention the Chiefs. We know what the Chiefs are, but with the Broncos and the Chargers, like, you can poke fun at the Chargers and Broncos, but reality is, as a Raiders fan, like, you're kind of like, I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, how do you mock on those two franchises where you are compared to where they are?
Well, especially the Broncos, right? Because it looked like they were such a mess with the Russell Wilson signing and him and Sean Payton not getting along. And now in 1 year with a rookie quarterback in Bo Nix, they've made it to the playoffs. And then on the Chargers side, especially with Jim Harbaugh, there were whispers and rumors that he was interested in the Las Vegas job as well. So, yeah, it's tough. The other three teams all making it in the playoffs. It's a tough spot to be in.
Broncos were in salary cap hell. Their over-under was 5.5. They didn't have a quarterback. Lots of people thought, wow, what a reach with Bo Nix. He goes out and has a really, really good year. I'm not completely sold yet. I have some healthy skepticism, but there's still reason for optimism. The Raiders, and I think I just posted this I didn't post it on Twitter, but the Raiders had a guy yesterday posted his sign up on Instagram, and his sign read, "I'd rather be 4-13 than a Chargers fan." No, you know what? I did send it on Twitter. It was just like one of those thinking faces, like, are you sure? I get it. You don't want to be a Chargers fan, but, like, this is what the Raiders fans, this is their spark, their fight in the battle. The other thing I heard multiple fans say it, where their fans were like, get your own stadium to Chargers fans. Like, okay. Like, that's what we got?
That's all you got.
By the way, on a technicality, as Griffin knows, because Griffin was around for some of this with the stadium stuff, and Justin Watkins just repeated again last week, technically it's our stadium. So,
yeah,
Allegiant, because we paid for a lot of it and we have the stadium commission. But anyway, like, that's what you're like, you're in such a bad position. You're like, get your own stadium. We've got our own, I guess. I mean, the Chargers were 5-12 last year, right around the same area. Right? Actually worse than the Raiders.
Yeah.
They lost 63-21, which I still don't get why there was a big celebration about losing spots in the draft in a meaningless game for Raiders fans and the Raiders organization. It did mean a lot, actually. Harbaugh comes in 1 year. They go 11-6. Their defense is good, too.
Defense is really good. And the Broncos defense is pretty good, too. And it's coaching, right? They put both their quarterbacks in good positions to be successful.
Yep. And both really aren't even complete in terms of building weapons around the quarterback. For everyone out there, and I actually should have taken the shot at Adam, but I'm sure he'll have an excuse for it tomorrow. Anyone who has doubts about Quentin Johnston and his hands, I think he had 43 catches alone yesterday. They throw it to him every friggin' time in big spots.
Yep.
They got Ladd McConkey. So now their receiving core, which looked like a disaster, that's ahead of schedule. Man, this is a big week for the Raiders. Direction of the organization, find where you're going, and start heading there with some optimism, please. On the way back, let's talk optimism with all the contests around town. Circa Survivor closed out in crazy fashion.
Are you looking for a better job with better pay? How about your buddy or even your spouse? Then steer yourself to Truck U CDL Training of Las Vegas. Now through January 17th, bring a friend or your better half and get 50% off the second tuition on CDLA training. Truck U offers convenient classes, personalized attention, and job referrals. This offer is only good through January 17th. Cash or credit card only. Go to truckulv.com today and drive your way to a new career with Truck U.
I'm Eli Manning.
And I'm Peyton Manning. We want to tell you about the Caesars Sportsbook Nevada app with Caesars Rewards.
You can instantly redeem your Caesars Reward credits for sports bets right on the app.
You can also use the Caesars Reward credits earned on the app for meals and experiences at 15 resorts across the state, including the Bacchanal Buffet at Caesars Palace.
Don't forget those tier credits. With your wagers on the Caesars Sportsbook Nevada app, you can unlock free parking and much more.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Personal injury law has been the same for a long time. We've had enough. Welcome to Sam & Ash, the new standard for personal injury law, where things are done the right way. Because you deserve a team that delivers real support and results. When you have both, your whole world can change. So if you've been hurt in a crash, call Sam & Ash, 702-303-0333. Sam & Ash, because you deserve what's right.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text Kettle to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text KETTLE to 321-321. That's Kettle to 321-321.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LOCAL to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LOCAL for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LOCAL for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
This sports update is brought to you by Dollar Loan Center, where your first loan is on us. Apply for free at don'tbebroke.com to get up to $5,000.
Raiders opponents are set for next season. They'll play 9 games at home and 8 on the road. They'll play their AFC West divisional slate while hosting the Jaguars, Titans, Cowboys, Giants, Browns, and Bears. Road games against the Texans, Colts, Eagles, Commanders, and Patriots.
Wake up with Graney and Bischoff in the press box here on ESPN Las Vegas. It's Cofield and Company's Eye on Sports Gambling, presented by Oasis Bar and Grill. Only on ESPN Las Vegas and ESPN Reno.
Oasis Bar and Grill, Decatur, South Trop. Great kitchen, great menu, 24/7 breakfast. Today's dinner special, fried chicken. God, I was going to fire him a text like, how dare you do this? Well, I'm on the road. Come on, Oasis. But go in there, get the fried chicken, dozens and dozens of items on the menu at Oasis. Again, Decatur, South of Trop, and Unreal Gaming specials and giveaways this month. Just ask the staff there to get some details, especially our guy, Johnny. Johnny was very sad last week, last Monday Night Maniacs, last game for Monday Night Football. So we're waiting on news on Antonio Pierce. Who knows, Alex? We might be waiting 2 weeks. I'll just tell you, doing a search during the break, because I'm like, okay, did something happen? Let's see. On Twitter, I found latest. Patrick said it's Monday evening and Antonio Pierce still has the keys with some eyeballs. On a search on the web, there's 2 stories back to back. Raiders clear out lockers amid speculation that Antonio Pierce's job is in jeopardy. Another story. Antonio Pierce's return ensures more Raiders mediocrity under Mark Davis. What?
Are those both reliable sources too?
Well, they're one is the big lead. I don't know if that is run anymore by one Jason McIntyre with Cowherd and his return. Okay, I guess I don't think they said he's back. He didn't say he's back. And then the other story was from Yahoo, which I think has it accurately that there's confusion right now.
Yep.
Right. Players commented. They said what they needed to say, but we don't know what's going to happen with Antonio Pierce. Let me get to a little gambling news because we want to give out some picks here, some leans, some likes. First of all, Circa Survivor went in to this final week. Was it 18 people with a chance?
With 18, yes.
Okay. 8 were on the Falcons, correct?
8 were on the Falcons.
Oh, my God.
2 were on the Packers.
Yep. So that's 10 right there. Gonzo, if I can speak. And then I think everyone else won, right?
The other, 5 on the Bucks, 2 on the Colts, and 1 on the Arizona Cardinals.
1 on the Cardinals, which didn't take any sweat. I wonder how much was hedged and how many people did hedge. The winning split. Do you have that in front of you?
I do not. Winning split.
Anyone with a computer? Math? It's over I think it's about $2.2 million. Something like that. 1.7, whatever. Are you amazed that after just a bludgeoning through 4 weeks where thousands and thousands and thousands of people are out initially, that this many people made it to the finish line, that 18 actually were standing near the finish line?
Honestly, I can't even believe it. And the week before that, there was almost double, but almost half the field had the Colts. So, yeah, after crazy amount of people were knocked out early on, then it ended up being the most people at the end than we've seen in the last few years.
So nuts. It really is. It's such a good competition. And then, like I said, the Falcons game was kind of back and forth. So those people had to sweat it out. Again, I hope if you lost the last week, you had enough money to hedge responsibly. But we're talking about, millions of dollars at stake here. Okay. Now the important one. I hear all the time about all these people who can pick 60%. They'll kill it in the contest. I told you, it's not easy. Okay, Chuck Edel going into this week had a nice, safe lead. And that SOB, I think, had a good week. Your week was awesome.
My week was pretty good. It's really been the last 4 weeks. I had 2 6-1 weeks and 2 5-2 weeks. So 22.
This was a 5-2.
I had a push. So my best bet was the Bengals -2. That pushed. And I still have one more going tonight. I have the over in the FCS championship game, but I think I'm okay. I don't think anyone can catch me now.
And this was it, right?
This is it.
So you feel like you're going to finish in second place.
I think I'm locked into the second place. Yes.
Griffin, do you want to get on mic or do I have to do it? Because Alex will not do it.
We're gonna hype her up for what she truly is, which is the coldest survivor in the contest.
Well, not survivor in this one, but
in which one?
With 20 plus people in this contest from the get-go, many of them saying, hey, they would kick all the asses of the experts. Many of those people went out very early on. We got super established names out there. I like Fezzik, but Fez did not do well in this contest. I think Falik is pretty good. Brett McMurphy, I think, believes he can pick college football. Stick to breaking news, brother, because you stink at it. He was terrible. And Alex is going to finish second, which, by the way, next year, and I will talk to Matt Humans about this. He does not listen to me, but I will talk to him about it. I want more of the quote-unquote celeb, right? I got the quotes up in the air. Celeb female handicappers in this thing. I want Aaron K. Dolan from ESPN in it.
Yeah.
I want everyone wants Taylor Mathis. Let's go. Let's get some picks on the. Let's go with Alex, with KIV, with some other dolt dudes who think they can pick 60% but really can't. And there's plenty more experts up now because there's all these new experts now developing who claim they pick 70%, especially on TikTok. Let's go. Get them all in because this is the only way you find out.
That's right. 7 picks every week. Put your record out there.
Do you even have the record in front of you to crow about?
I don't know.
You're unreal. She will not brag.
You gotta brag. You gotta brag. Not only you've proven all season you're one of the best out here doing it especially here in the city of Las Vegas.
No, in the world.
In the world, Alex. Give us something. Just give us a little brag. Just a little cockiness.
This one I am pretty proud of. I was really honored even to be asked to be in it. I know Kelly in Vegas, she's been a staple in it, and then being the second woman invited in, so I was excited. And then I just stuck the course, trusted the process.
By the way, what is the process? Because none of us win money. What is the process?
Well,
what's the Alex process? The White family process? How do you guys do this?
Well, having a power rating for each team, making your own number, watching the games. So Saturday, all the college football games happen. And on Sunday, I'm spending the entire day adjusting my college football numbers while I'm watching the NFL. And you just got to make adjustments week in and week out. And looking at the box score, seeing how the game went, looking at turnovers, making sure Griffin's taking notes over here.
I'm trying to make money next year. I'm writing every single thing down.
So that's it. Just staying committed, putting in some time.
And I think for the season, you went like plus 1,600. I want to find the record. I had the record all ready to go. I'll get it. Because I definitely had the records of the guys who came up short.
But I appreciate you. And you have been
Stop.
bragging for me.
Well, I've been bragging about you, but please don't. You just started doing Cofield and Company, but I'm already like, Staffer, Alex White, unbelievable. It's all due to being on Cofield and Company. Why not? Let's brag about it. All right. Do we still want to debate MVP? Because I think the season closed out in fine fashion. There is a discussion to be had here. I know guys like Adam Hill were really hoping that his Joe Burrow 200-1 ticket from a couple weeks ago would come through, but Bengals don't come through. And frankly, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen had the same. Actually, they had better numbers. And obviously it's MVP, so the win should count in the whole thing. So who's the MVP? Alex, who is it? Is it Lamar Jackson? Is it Josh Allen?
I don't know. That's the debate.
I don't know. We have to. This is a definitive moment in Cofield and Company history. We need to name an MVP and we need to get it right. Although I will argue for the guy who I don't think is going to get it. But
it's so tough because it is. I do believe in the whole MVP to the team. So if we're looking at it that way, I do think it is Josh Allen.
Ooh.
But if we're looking at numbers, I think that Lamar Jackson's being robbed. He should be back-to-back MVP. So it's tough. I wouldn't be mad either way.
Well, if people aren't voting for Lamar Jackson because they have L-Jax fatigue, that's crap.
That's a real thing, though, isn't it? They like
yeah, I do think when people vote, they're like, we need to find someone fresh. And there is a good case to be made for Josh Allen, even though his numbers are slightly worse. Their numbers are both awesome. And a lot of it, I don't know, because it was a phony narrative. How many times did I say during the offseason when people were like, oh, the window's closed on a Super Bowl. It's closed for the Bills. Lost Stephon Diggs. It's closed. It's Josh Allen. Anyone who's got a quarterback like that, a top 7 or 8 quarterback in the league, the window almost never freaking closes. Yet, by the numbers, and then they had a great season. Lamar Jackson actually, numbers-wise, had his best season ever.
Yeah.
So he's not going to win MVP in the season where he had the best season ever. So we'll see what happens because obviously there was a lot of money wagered all over the place because the odds for a long time, for like 6 weeks, Patrick Mahomes is still very much in the race, and then it just became impossible to keep him in there. Can I give you a hot take going to next year with over-under wins?
Okay.
I am shocked with what the Giants did today. The New York Giants.
You are
Yes.
keeping both
Yep. And what does that mean? Which one should have gone?
the GM.
Bingo.
So what's their over under wins? They're in trouble again?
For next year, well, I have to see what it's set at. I'll tell you what, I'd love to see him get a rookie quarterback, and then I think they'll be overhyped on the win total. Like, what if they fire up a 7.5 for the Giants next year? What were they, 5.5 this year?
I'd have to check. That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
I got a question.
Yep.
How do you, as a GM, just nationally embarrass your team on Hard Knocks, make one of arguably the stupidest moves in NFL free agency and re-signing players? How do you do that? I get Daboll. I like Daboll. I think Daboll, though, is a great choice for them to hold him.
Mm-hmm.
How are you not letting go of this GM? How is he still there?
John Mara.
John Mara was the one who was the most pissed.
It's John Mara. It's his fault. How does he not see this? And you're right. He made such a big deal about, hey, Saquon better not embarrass us. He absolutely did.
Thrash you.
And listen, Joe Shane seems to have a nice family, seems to be an okay guy. I don't want to root for anyone to lose their job. My guess is he's a football lifer, so he'll be fine. But you're right. I cannot remember who came up to me. We were talking about the Giants the other day, and they were like, did you watch Hard Knocks? Can you believe the way that GM acted? I'm like, yep. They completely tried to smear the name of Saquon Barkley. They handled that so poorly, and then he goes to the rival and has over 2,000 yards. They're 14-3. You stink. I don't even have a problem with, hey, we don't want to pay the running back $15 million, but why did you try to make him look bad on the way out?
Yeah.
Incompetent. It's absolutely incompetent.
And I mentioned earlier in the show, there are a couple of jobs that I expect, that potentially could be open. If I were Daboll and I could get another job, I'd walk. I might walk even without another job. He's not going to win next year.
You imagine all the teams that need coaches right now during this offseason, how happy they would be if Daboll was an option?
I mean, the hottest commodity on the NFL coaching market is the offensive-minded head coach. And Daboll gives you exactly what you want, and I think he's got some sizzle to him. This Shane guy, though, he's holding him back. Yeah, Daboll's going to look.
This is JT for Grimaldi's, New York-style coal-fired brick oven pizza that you crave. 4 locations here in the Valley, Summerlin in Boca Park, on the Strip.